Good evening, one and all, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry about that. You can tell I'm new to this setup that I've got going on here. Um, currently using um, Restream, so as you can tell, I wasn't actually aware how to use it, so yeah, that's why I was a bit of a delay there. But yeah, welcome back. 5 months since I last did some content, can you believe? I mean, it's flown by. Never did I anticipate to come back to YouTube. I really didn't. When I left, I thought that was it. I'd fallen out of the love with the platform, really. I didn't feel motivated. Probably going through a lot more things personally, even though things still aren't easy now, but personally still, kind of thing. But yeah, I just felt like, you know, I wanted to come back. So here we are. And of course, I haven't got my usual setup at the minute, but I do hope to rectify that in the future streams. But I thought I'd just get going with this tonight with Restream, try this. But like I say, StreamYard is the one that I want to be doing going forward. But welcome everybody in. We have got a few comments already, so big up to you all. I'm just trying to, how do I? Oh, there we are. So yeah, I'm new to this restream, as I said. So yeah, Oris is in. Smash those likes. People subscribe if you're new. Big up Forest. Yeah, road to 400. Yeah, obviously when I left, we were nearly at 400. So yeah, we're about 16 away. So anybody that is new, feel free to drop a subscription. It would be much appreciated. Joseph's in. Big up to Joseph. I hope you're well. Good to see you. Norris is backing with the smash those likes. Thanks, mate. And Ramsey, and hello to you, Ramsey. Most anticipated return since one, indeed, and welcome to you. Thank you for coming in tonight. Um, Hello to you, Ben. I hope you're well. Thank you for coming in. Blue Terrier says he cannot hear me now. Can you just check? Can people just, can anybody else hear me? Okay. Is my volume okay? Is the stream quality okay? Let me know in the chat because as far as I'm aware from my side, the sound quality is fine. So yeah, just let me know in the chat, please, if you can hear me or not. Um, Orest, you can hear me, so thank you. You've already said that before I've seen it, so yeah, that's good. That's fine. Thank you for that. Thank you for letting me know. Hello to you, Aiden. Hello. I'm glad you're back with doing your YouTube videos again. Welcome back, mate. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, and thank you for coming in tonight, and good to see you in the stream as well. Yeah, turn your volume up if you can't hear me. It must be your side, because obviously people can say they can't hear me. And Blue Terrier says he can hear me now, so that's good. That's rectified that one. Um, and Mark saying good evening, Mark. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you too. Thank you for dropping in. I really appreciate that. But yeah, well, there's been a lot happening, hasn't there, since I stopped doing my content. So there is so much to get through. So like I say, any questions that you may want to ask or let me know your thoughts as we go along. I'm going to be covering various things now, obviously. Let's go right back to last summer and kind of take you not go through everything, but obviously just kind of go through bits, what's happened. Obviously, let's look at how Kevin Nagel's ownership has developed since we last spoke and cover obviously transfers, the managerial situation, how that's changed since I last was on here. I'll share my thoughts on that. And yeah, we'll kind of just finish with obviously talking about the game today, today's game, and yeah, obviously that will be that. But yeah, George is in. Um, Big up to you. You're finally back. Good to see. Yeah, good to see you too. And thank you for all the lovely messages, by the way, so far. I really appreciate you all here. But we're gonna get going then. So yeah, obviously Kevin Nagle, as I said, the new owner came in last June. It was confirmed, wasn't it? And I think it's been a very interesting start to his time in the club. Let's just say, you know, go back to that first interview we did, and I was feeling very optimistic about him, and the way the things he said. He seemed very intelligent, which he is intelligent, and knows what he's doing on the business side of things. Absolutely, he does. And I think as far as I'm concerned, as we've gone along, um, as time's gone on over the months, I'm kind of not ignoring, but we'll kind of look at January at the end. But I think that before January's kind of come, there's been a lot of talk with little action to back it up, really, and back what he's been saying. Um, and yeah, obviously the decisions that have been made very questionable for me. We'll get into that, of course we will. Very soon we'll get into the bad decisions. Personally, I think bad decisions that have been made since he's come in. Um, but yeah, we're gonna say a few hellos more before we continue. Miss Melina, hello there. Hope you're well. Big up to you as well. Yeah, big up. Yeah, thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate that. And she says, good to see you live. And yeah, thank you. I got a lot of love tonight about me being back live, so I must have been missed slightly. But yeah, it is good to be back. I appreciate that as well. Um, yeah, evening to you, Manny. I hope you're well. Yeah, it's good to be back. Like I said, it's been a long time, but I felt like I just wanted to come back and start doing this again. Because I enjoy it ultimately. I enjoy coming on here. I enjoy interacting with people on here. You know, you guys make the channel what it is, of course, and I just love having debates about town and things. So and football in general, to be fair. So yeah, thank you for the love and support, everybody. Hello to Nippon. Hello there. Big up to you as well. Thank you for dropping by. Appreciate that. Hope you're well. And DJ Sinclair Ollie, welcome. Yeah, big up to you and good to yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, welcome on in. Thank you for dropping by, Ollie. Um, and welcome back. And yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. But yeah, um, anyway, let's continue. So as I was saying, Kevin Nagle, obviously the new owner of the football club. Um, we've seen very little action up until obviously January. We'll finish on the positives, which has certainly been the start of this month, towards the end. Um, and I think that something that I really liked about Kevin Nagle as well is that he's so. I've never known an owner that has such engagement with the fan base, and I haven't. We haven't had it, and I don't see any other clubs that have what we have really with Kevin's interaction. He he does have interactions with the fan base via his messages as well. I believe I've heard him. He does kind of take on the feedback he gets. I do believe that. But I think that, like I say, I think what we've seen as well is the fact is that we've had good result. Well, that when we have had good results, which has been a very rare occurrence this season, let's just say. Um, he does come out quite quickly on social media, but when we've maybe lost a few, there's been periods where he's just gone silent for a long time because it's just been bad result after bad result. Yeah, I think you've got to really um, speak when we've done well and when we've done bad. Can't just speak on one side. So I don't particularly like that I've noticed. Um, but yeah, that's just my opinion really. Aiden says, to be honest, I have to give Nagel credit. He put out on Twitter that he was coming in January to sort things out, and so far he's made a good start with two new signings. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that is the big positive so far. Obviously, he has put into action, hasn't he? Finally, but yeah, he's done. He has done that. So I agree with you. Um, Ora says Nagel needs to be held accountable for not speaking up when defeats happen. When Tana wins, it's all happy days. But when losing, where is he? Yeah, that's what I've just literally said. Yeah, so yeah, he does. He does need to be more accountable and take more responsibility in those moments where we haven't done so well. I agree. Spot on with that comment on it. But yeah, like I said, obviously his time at the club did start very well, didn't it? Obviously, Warnock extending for a year, and obviously it was a very good start that because, like I said, everyone loved for what he did last season. Everyone loved Warnock. They was happy to see him, to stay. What we thought was going to be another year. Um, but I think unfortunately from that point in, it's gone kind of downhill over the last few months, and then obviously kind of gone up again at the start of January with the signings that have been made, and obviously he's come over to do like a review and sort things out, and that's obviously positive. So yeah, obviously our start to the season was obviously quite well. It was very bad, wasn't it? Obviously not winning the game in August, but then in September we did pick up, obviously picking up back-to-back results against West Brom away from home 2-1, and then Rotherham at home, I believe, wasn't it? Gosh, yeah, it's another 2-1 win at home as well against Rotherham. So then back-to-back wins was really positive. But then there was news about the managerial situation. Obviously, Warnock had kind of said things in the media about obviously transfers and how he wasn't happy with how obviously the players that were brought back. And I think this is another negative that Nagel's kind of not helped himself with in his team. He's kind of obviously he was told that the players that obviously kept on, obviously had the contracts extended, were classed as new signings. Now he didn't think that that was the case, and he knew that he needed more quality. So he kind of spoke up about that. And Warnock is Warnock. He'll always speak out if he need, if he's not happy with something, he won't hide it. We know what Warnock's like. So, and it felt like to me like it was a real, what's the word? It was a real reactive response from Nagel and um, his staff that he brought in to kind of part ways with him because of what Warnock said. I don't particularly like that. I don't agree with what you know. Warnock was really just being honest, and that's what he's always kind of done, hasn't he? So, um, yeah, not I didn't particularly like that. And obviously then there was yeah, so then there was news obviously that Warnock was going to be leaving. He was taking the team for the last time against Stoke, I believe. Um, and then he was gone. Obviously, for me, obviously, we know how much Warnock did, how much he did for us. Obviously, he really brought a feel good back to back to the club. But I felt like that was quickly gone really after he left. You could see how the bad feeling started stealing from that moment really. And you know, another thing, I'm going to get into recruitment now as well. We're just starting with negatives, guys, and we're going to get into positives, I promise. But we have to just kind of catch up with what's happened and kind of share my thoughts. But Joseph says, um, I think I like Nagel. I think the Twitter post, and I think this is the most important month of the season. These two signs have given me hope at the town. Yeah, I mean, Scott, you worded this very nicely, actually. Like I say, I agree with you. Like I said, the interactions, like I said earlier, is really good. But we do need to see more action, which obviously, hopefully, from here on in, we will start to see more action. We already have started to see action, so positive signs. And yeah, the two signing, yeah, it's given us hope, hasn't it? We desperately need players, and Webster, we've managed to get two in already. Hopefully, a few more to come, and then we'll be, I think we'll be okay, hopefully. But like I said, we'll get into the manager in a minute because yeah, I've got a lot to say about that as well. Um, Blue says a once and a year contract, but I don't think the plan was ever to do another year. So, to be honest, I mean, yeah, I get that, Blue Terry. I really do understand what you're saying here, but I just think the timing of this was so bad. You know, even if he would have stayed until maybe Christmas, January, I think that would have been more an appropriate time for him maybe to leave, to kind of leave. Or if he stayed the year, I would have been happy with that as well because we know, even though the results weren't going well for us in August, we knew that Warnock would somehow turn it around. I fully trusted Warnock. How can you not trust him? You know, he's done it all. He's seen it and done it all, and he's achieved it so much in his managerial career. So you can't doubt somebody like that, really, can you? Because he's always managed to find a way, like he did with us last season. He found a way to get results. So yeah, maybe it wasn't the plan to give him another year, but I just think the timing of it was poor. It really was. Um, Joseph for Brody Spencer was good stick. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're going to touch on that later, Joseph. But yeah, I think he was. I think he looked really good. To be fair, it's like that loan in Scotland has really done him some good actually. You know, got in some minutes in the senior side of things, senior football side of things, which always pushes youngsters on. So yeah, he did do well today. To be fair, I'll give him credit for that. Blue says, my response to one of the free players you knew the confidence of would be if you knew it would if you knew it would you would choose not to resign it. No, my point was is that I think he was told that those players that he did resign were not were he thought that they weren't going to be classed as the signings that was going to be brought in. He didn't think they were classed as signings. So um yeah, but yeah, obviously it's one of those. Um, and Oris says, let's get the to 20 likes. We're 5 away from the target. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to add your thoughts in the chat. Yeah, big up to you, Oris. Thank you very much for continuing to promote throughout the live. I really appreciate that. But yeah, big up to you, you legend. And Doug's in. Welcome back, Ryan. He says, loving the rebrand and new logo too. Yeah, I mean, thank you, Doug. I really appreciate you popping in here. Hope you're doing well. And yeah, obviously the rebrand, like I said, the rebrand isn't where I want it at the moment. You've probably missed the start, but obviously. I may probably go back to StreamYard eventually. But I was just kind of wanted to do a stream tonight and restreams the easiest option at this point. So I have to do it here. But yeah, the setup, the layout will obviously be completely different um, in future streams. But yeah, the new logo, I really like the new logo. I hope you guys love it as well. Obviously, Doug, you said you do. But yeah, once the new feel to the channel, so I thought a new logo would be appropriate. But yeah, big up to you. Aiden says, after one, who do we go and get? Down defensive move, or who's in here to take us to the Premier League? Oh, gosh. I mean, we're going to get into that very soon, Aiden, but yeah, honestly, I've got a lot to say about it. But yeah, Ori says the two signs are good, but Townsend shouldn't be getting carried away yet. Still need more additions. Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of the fan base needs to be getting carried away. But yeah, let's just go back down to earth again. Let's just, we know we need more additions. You know, the squad is so thin, lacking in so much quality. So yeah, desperately needed to get some more bodies in to help us survive again. By the looks of it, unfortunately, just survive again. But yeah, big up to you, Aris, for saying that. Yeah, definitely agree with you there. So yeah, let's talk about recruitment then last summer then, because this is another thing that I really annoyed me. Look, I know we have the FFP restrictions. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. But the business that we did do was actually appalling. It really was appalling. Um, Obviously, we brought in Ben Wild from Rotherham for a rumoured estimated amount of £1 million. Now, I'm sorry, but Wild has just been shocking since he's come in. He looks so unfit still, completely off the pace. He's offered nothing in these games that he's played. Um, and he's just very poor. If you look at the price tag, £1 million for me, wasted at the moment. Wasted because I can't see how we've seen enough of him now to kind of not judging completely and fully because that's not fair, but obviously we've seen him for a good amount of time to actually think, well, we haven't seen anything at the moment. So what's happening? You know, you expect to see something, really, in a player when you sign them. But for me, I don't see anything. I mean, I'd love to know um, what attributes that they pinpointed Lance to have when before we signed him because wow, I mean, he was deemed not good enough for Rotherham, but yeah, he was good enough for us. I don't understand. And plus, he was £1 million. It's a lot of money. I mean, and that money could have gone elsewhere on better. That money could have been utilised a lot better than it was. Um, and plus, then there was the loan market. The loan market could have been utilised more. But what do we go and do? We go and get Tom Edwards from Stoke City on loan, as I said. Another disaster of a signing, I'm afraid. He's absolutely shocking. I see nothing in his game. You know, he's slow. He gives the ball away too much. He's not championship quality. No wonder Stoke wants to get rid of him, even if it was a loan. For me, we have to be sending him back now because he's surplus to requirements anyway. Because honestly, we have recalled Brody Spencer now. So obviously, Brody Spencer for me, well, I think for everybody, he's ahead of Edwards. Edwards is shocking. I'm sorry, but so the recruitment that was done last summer in summer it was appalling, like I said. So again, that has to go. You know, the responsibility of whom that falls to is Kevin Nagle and his staff that that he's brought in Mark Cartwright and Jake Edwards, who again I have a lot of concerns about these guys that have come in because I don't see these guys being the right people to move forward with. To be honest with you, I really don't. So, but yeah, that's just my opinion. So, like I said, yes, FFP came in last summer, but we could have utilised the money that we did spend very much better than what we had done. And plus, like I said, utilise the lower market a bit more if money wasn't there to be able to be spent because of that. So yeah, I think again, just bad decisions from for me. And that's not a good start, is it? That's not really a good start as owner really to be, you know, and his staff is brought in to start with. But yeah, um, so yeah, and now we're going to get into the managerial situation. So Warner could obviously left, and then steps in Darren Defensive Moore, which is what Aiden called him. And I'm going to call, I'm going to call him that, right? So this for me, now if you get in with a Warnock, you better have a very, very top replacement lined up for Warnock. You're not going to get anyone better than him because for me, Warnock, well, for anybody, anyone who knows, he's the best manager around in the championship. So, but to appoint Darren Moore for me was pathetic. It really was. It's seriously underwhelming appointment. Um, and I think if you're appointing somebody like Darren Moore, I think you're seriously asking for trouble. I do. You know, this idea that he was the long-term solution and things like that. He was the part of the long-term plan. And this attacking brand of football that we were promised as well, which honestly is embarrassing from Cartwright to come out and say that about attacking brand of football. He obviously has no knowledge of what Darren Moore has done previously at his clubs at Sheffield Wednesday and West Bromwich Albion. It is there's no attacking brand of football in any word of the sense um, at those clubs. So he honestly, it was a shambles really. We're going to get into the comments. But yeah, Sheffield Wednesday. Let's just talk. Let's just finish this off before I get into the comments. Obviously, there's a few comments I haven't read. Sheffield Wednesday got promoted last season. We got promoted with 96 points. Now, arguably, that potentially would have warranted automatic usually, but obviously they didn't. Obviously, they needed more points because of how well the other team did, so they had to go by the playoffs. But when my point is when Moore left Wednesday, nobody was upset, and I think that speaks volumes to the football he brings to the table. I'm afraid. And you can say that he got 90 points last season and things like that, but most of those results weren't from entertaining football. They were getting results, but it wasn't the best, and they were lucky on that so many occasions as well. Um, so yeah, and then the playoff final, as well. If you look at what the decisions that went against Barnes in that final, he was lucky to get promoted anyway. I know I did say that obviously 90 points should have warranted promotion, but for me, he's not a championship manager, and it seems the underwhelming appointment to bring Darren Moore in. I'm sorry, but that's just my opinion. I struggled to get behind Darren Moore, and I will continue to struggle to get behind Darren Moore because of the style he brings to the table. He does not get results. He gets you the odd result, which we've seen, yeah, but he doesn't get the results on a consistent basis. You can get the odd fluke result and consistent. We go and beat Blackburn, for example, most recently, 3-0. Everybody's waxing lyrical, give Darren Moore the chance to win and all this. Hang on a minute. This There's a bigger picture here. Getting the odd result is not enough, and scraping draws is not enough. The situation we find ourselves in now, it's not enough. We need wins. We need wins. I know that I wouldn't mind if the football if it wasn't that great to watch, but we were getting results. But we're not. We're not getting results. It's woeful. And we're not even having a go at teams most of the time. We're just sitting 10 men behind the ball. I'm sorry. I'm just not gonna sit here and defend that because and I know the quality of the squad is fit. I get that. I really do get that. But it doesn't change the style and the philosophy of the manager. And his ideas are shocking. Anyway, I've gone, I've gone very ranty, but we're gonna get into the comments and just give me a breather. But yeah, Blue Terry says Tom Edwards is the worst defender I've ever seen. His attitude has also been appalling. Got seen partying after the Leeds game. I mean, yeah, that's another thing, isn't it? His attitude has been questionable throughout. And yeah, you don't do that. You've just lost to your main, you just lost your rivals, and you're going out partying. That is unacceptable, you know. And then, apparently today as well, I heard that the City game, obviously he was on the bench. God knows what. Well, he's on the bench because there's nobody else to be on the bench. He needs to go like I say, he needs going back to Stoke. He's useless. But he was on the bench today, didn't get on, thankfully. And as soon as the final whistle went, apparently he rushed on to get Kevin De Bruyne's shirt, apparently. And then didn't even acknowledge the travelling fans, walked straight down the tunnel. So for me, on you go, get gone, get back to Stoke, and don't bother coming back, as far as I'm concerned, because he's absolutely shocking. And he's the worst defender we've ever seen in this football club. So I completely agree with this comment. Well said, Blue Terry. And we've got the next comment here. Sometimes I forget how to do it. There we are. While Mark says, while it looks like he's short of fitness and has not come fully from his big injury last season. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Obviously, if he's short of fitness, though, surely he shouldn't be in this team. And plus, my question is, why is he? It is literally been 17 games that he's played, and he's still not got any fitness behind him. I don't get how you can't have any. He's so there's just no fit. He just looks so unfit, doesn't he? So he should really be fitter than he is. That's what I'm trying to say at this point. And yeah, obviously he did have a big injury. Okay, fair enough. I don't know if I'm being harsh on Wiles, but I'm just saying what I'm seeing. I don't see what he'll be able to offer to this team, and what he's offering at the moment is nothing. So I just kind of say what I see really. At the moment, it's been very disappointing from that aspect of it. But yeah, good point to be fair. Mark. Richard Stacey. Good evening to you. I've not seen you before, so welcome on in. It says, I suspect Wild's been carrying injury, so it may come good, and I hope it does, but we need players in our first team ready. I mean, yeah, good point. Like, I don't want to be too harsh on players, if obviously he has had an injury, hasn't he? A big injury, and it's not easy to recover from that, is it? But like I say, I think maybe he just needs to be managed properly then. He shouldn't be in the team if he's not able to give his maximum and be able to do a job in there. Like he's in a position where it's crucial. So we can't be any passengers in that position. So yeah, we do need players who are first team ready and not players that will just be in the team but not ready and on the bench. We don't need bench players. Well, we do need bench players, but we also need first team players. So I agree with you. I'm off it. But yeah, Aiden says the best player we signed in the summer is Bergzorg. He's a really good player. Yeah, good point. Obviously, Bergzorg has been a good player, but obviously he's got injured now. So, I mean, obviously, but like, it's obviously been known that he's now not going to be in the team for a considerable amount of time now, which is just typical. Typical the look up again, isn't it? The fact that he's now injured himself. And yeah, but yeah, Bergzorg, it was a good sign that. But I'm just saying overall, the window was it was a disaster what we did. But yeah, he did a good plan. Yeah, he showed very good moments. Blue Terry says, unpopular thing, I would have taken Nathan Jones at Huddersfield, starting being how he is. He's a really good manager. I mean, I don't know if I agree with this one. I think you have to be able to be I think you have to have a connection with the fans, really, for me to be if you've got a manager that yes he's good at what he does and he's got you know he gets results, but if he's not likable and if he's not in that moment where you can't really connect with him, I think that can cause problems. So I don't know if I agree there, but yeah, obviously you did say unpopular opinion. Maybe it might be unpopular, but yeah, for me, I don't think so. I don't think I agree that he should have come in. Blue Terrier says, I'm personally giving Downs a February. He's had 20 games already. But yeah, if he continues to be good, I would get John Hughes. We haven't really got time to be wasting that for a partner as well because we're in a position where we actually need, to be acting swiftly. Like Birmingham have with Wayne Rooney's disastrous appointment that they made, and they held their hands up and obviously they realised that they made a mistake and they've got rid of him. And that's what you have to do for me as an owner of a football club: be responsible and actually take action when you're required, fluently, not wait and wait. But yeah, good point. John Eustace is a good shout. Well, I don't mind John Eustace. I think he's a good manager. He did well at Birmingham, so yeah, definitely. And Joe says last two home games are the best in the season. So against Birmingham. I mean, again, I disagree. I think there were moments in those games, and yes, we won the game. We won against Blackburn, and then we lost against Middlesbrough. The Middlesbrough game was there to be won, Fred, because we were so defensive again, and for me, it's just overall defensive. Yes, we have moments where we kind of get forward a bit, but it's not enough. You have to keep moving forward, um, and for me, the Middlesbrough game felt like. I don't think we were unlucky there. We deserved what we got there, to be honest with you. And yeah, but it's been improvement. But let's not get carried away. We need consistent results, and we're not getting that at the moment. Um, I think I might have missed it. Oh, I think I've missed a comment. No, I haven't. But anyway, we're going to the next comment. I think the new signs are passing expensive tools and stuff. Yeah, we're going to get into the signings in January very soon, don't worry. But yeah, I agree. Luke says you feel for Darren is hard, but he hasn't always helped himself here. I mean, I'm sorry, but I have no sympathy for this guy. Yes, the injuries have been there, but I go back to what I said earlier. It doesn't mean the style of play and philosophy has to be the way it has been. The way he sets out teams and things like that. I just don't like it. And plus, I go back to the connection of manager. I don't think anybody has a connection with Darren Moore in terms of the fan base. Yes, people say, if we look at who we've had in the past manager wise, I don't. Well, I'm not going to speak for everybody because I don't know, but I do personally think that I don't believe that we really do have a connection with Darren Moore, and I certainly don't. So, um, yeah, I did say that the injuries have been there, but like you said, he hasn't helped himself either. So, yeah, we kind of agree on that one there. You just know really differently. So yeah, so like get back to Darren Moore then. So, like I said, this is some of the worst football we've seen ever seen. Like I said, it's so negative, putting 10 men down the ball, that type of football. You're not going to win matches consistently doing that. You may, like I said, we've got the fluky results that we've picked up when we win a game. They haven't been convincing, and they've been very lucky. And but when you look at the consistency of the side, I know I keep repeating that, but the consistency of results. He has a good result, and then we don't win for weeks and weeks and weeks. Always scrape draws week after week after week. It is not enough. We're in a situation where we need results. And this style of football doesn't help the situation because it isn't giving us a chance to be able to win football matches. Now, anybody that loves the stats, I'm going to throw some stats out here because I know that people say a lot about stats, but I think they're accurate. Darren Moore's win percentage, it's probably gone down after the game, but at the moment, let's just focus on the league games. His win percentage is 50.79%. That's the win rate. Like I said, 3 wins in 20 matches. In those matches, we've conceded 4 goals in 5 of those games. That makes that 25% of the games he's had. And for me, that just speaks volumes. Now, I did have more stats about the goals conceded and goals against. Um, so I'm trying to get the stats up because I did find it. Yeah, here we are. So 0.9 goals scored per game. Now I get that the quality of the final third has really contributed to that. But I also think the negative side of play has contributed to this particular stat as well. And 1.85 goals conceded, like I said, per match. So for me, it has been a disastrous appointment. Here's Gypsy, okay. So is it just me or does it keep going? Well, I really hope it hasn't, and I do apologise if it is doing that. Like I said, I don't really like this platform and restream, to be honest with you, and I do intend to go back to um, streaming out in future streaming because, like I said, I don't like I had issues with this in the past with the volume going up and down actually in the end. So I do apologise if it is playing on both sides. I hope you can still hear me reasonably well anyway, and we'll continue to keep going. But yeah, so yeah, like I say, I would make my mind up. Like I said, definitely is not the man to take this forward. Like I say, it's a result business, and even I appreciate, like I say, the lack of quality is for is for all to see. We know that. Although it's improving now, well, hopefully we can start to improve it more as well in January, but it's starting to get better. Well, it's not getting better, but it's we've made a good start. And like if you look at his tactics and his decision making, he's very poor. You know, I've watched him many games where he's emotionless on the touchline. He doesn't show any passion or you know, um, he's not very vocal. He just doesn't seem the guy that can motivate these players. Now, I'm not saying I don't say the players aren't playing for him because maybe they have to a degree, but it's just not enough. You know, I don't like what I'm seeing from Danny Moore Fred, and his playing style, like I said, is dreadful. It's absolutely dreadful. And on top of that, he's not getting results. And we now find ourselves in 21st position, 3 points above the dotted line. And we've got a team below us in Sheffield Wednesday who are really finding some momentum and look very good and look like they're fighting down there. And they look like they're gonna catch up with us. Because bear in mind there were 12 points adrift Sheffield Wednesday at one point, and now they're 3 points. So the gap is getting closer and closer, and the fact is we're scraping draws and we're winning the odd game. We're not going to stay on doing that. That's the point. And so Darren Moore has got a big. For me, I would have got rid of him already. That's just my opinion. But Darren Moore has got a big club game because if you don't get results over the last year, if you don't get some results over the next few weeks, then he has to go. But I would have got rid of him before. But yeah, he has to go if he continues. It's as simple as that because you know we haven't got time to be wasting. We have to get the results. And this guy, I don't trust him to get results because he's proven that he can't be trusted with results. And when you're scraping draws and you're getting the odd win, as I said, it's not enough. It's not enough at all. So that's my thoughts on Darren Moore. I stand by what I say, and I don't, I don't really agree with what he's doing in the club. Where I don't see where he takes his football club other than nowhere or down to League One. In fact, if we continue to stick with him, I do believe the only the only the only way he's taken is down to League One. So for me, that's just that's just it really. I don't like I say he's done it many times well where he's stormed down the tunnel after games and behaved like that and this season. Yeah, and also the interviews after games and before game, he speaks absolute rubbish. He says the same things over and over again. This is like Fotheringham, what Fotheringham used to do, you know. And this football and these results are on par, if not worse, than Fotheringham games. So for me, um, that says it all. So Darren Moore, I'm sorry, pal. I have no confidence in him as a manager, and I stick by that. So I've had my rant about Darren Moore, and I'm not gonna stop. So we're gonna get into Jan. Obviously, like I said, this season's been woeful, hasn't it? Obviously, results like, but get into January now with the signings that we've made, which has been a really promising start to January. We definitely need it. We desperately need it. It's a need must situation, and so yeah, obviously, Alex Matos has joined the club um, from Chelsea on loan for the rest of the season. We did get a glimpse of him today, and let's just say, wow, what a brilliant player he looks. He looks absolutely brilliant. But obviously, he's still a very young player as well. He's got a lot of potential in him. Um, And yeah, Chelsea have been very kind to us with loan signs over the years, haven't they? We love Chelsea for that. Obviously, Levi Colwill, the most notable name recently. And, we've had loads of obviously Izzy Brown, Casey Palmer, Ben Chilwell. So we've had quite a few that, so Chelsea have been kind to us in that regard. Obviously, um, background information about him. Apparently, he came through the ranks at Luton and Norwich before making the move to Chelsea last summer. He made 2 appearances for the Premier League side this season as well. Once each um, in the league and Carabao Cup. He's also been selected in the substitute bench for Chelsea's first team on 14 occasions in all competitions, including their last 9 Premier League matches. Um, and obviously he's highly thought of at the club as well. And obviously he's an international under 21 level. He's performs at both senior and 21 level for the team, have earned him comparisons with former midfielder N'Golo Kante, which isn't a bad comparison to have, is it? You know, obviously Kante, we know how good he was in his prime, but yeah, as I said, a real dynamic presence in that centre of midfield. Steve able to play box to box, obviously as an advanced attacking player, or at the base of the midfield in a more defensive role, make deep line player make a role as well, which is where his recent performances have kind of suggested that's where he wants to play, and that's where his position is, because he did actually start out as a winger, I believe, because I kind of when he was linked to him, I kind of did a few bits of research. I thought he was a winger at first, but then we seemed to realise that he wasn't. He isn't. So yeah, this signing very very good, very promising. I haven't seen much of it, so I'm going to see make judgments as we go along. But from what we've seen today, and you know, players that we've got from Chelsea in the past on loan, he's very promising. This guy has got it all really for me. I think he's a really class act. I think he's got all the attributes that we need. And I think that if you look at how he played today, lots of energy, pace. He carries the ball really well, really physical, loves a tackle. We love a player that gets stuck in. Of course we do, and he showed that today. He's getting stuck in and winning that ball back if he loses it. I mean, never rarely does because he's very good on the ball as well. I like him. How he keeps the ball very good. Um, so yeah, Alex Matos, very very good. I'm really excited to see what he can do for us. Um, and Aiden says, Alex Matos, what a player. Yes, mate, he played really good today. And yeah, he did. He played really well. And he looks a real baller, doesn't it? Matos is a great player, not scared of a tackle, Jolly says. Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, I do apologise if the sound is being a bit annoying for the viewers, but like I say, I am on Restream and I have had issues with this in the past. But I am looking to get back to StreamYard in the next stream also, hopefully soon this week. The next one, hopefully, we'll be back on StreamYard with better setup as well, and a new intro as well, hopefully, if that could be something. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, and then of course, we signed a number nine that we've been crying out for years in terms of striker position. I think that, we needed this number 9 for years, haven't we? And we've got a number 9 now. Spent rumored to be considerable money on him as well. Um, now he's been signed a 3.5 year deal. Obviously, he's from Helsinki, which is in Finland, of course. A Serbian player, a Serbian nationality. He's 6'3". Obviously, we saw a bit of him today as well. There's a real presence in that five. And for me, what we've seen today, he can hold the ball. He's got a good, powerful strike. I think he had an attempt today on goal today, I remember. He looks very good. Good. Even though he didn't score, I think that, you know, he doesn't mess about when he gets the ball at his feet. He's ready to quickly get a strike in. Real eye for goal. Brings the ball down well. Blink could play great. So yeah, again, a really promising signing here. And this is where we have to give credit to Kevin Nagle, which obviously I've kind of been critical about Kevin. but I will give him his dues here and credit where it's due because I think that he has obviously he's come over for the full month, so obviously just to sort things out, and he's staying for the full month, and so that's good. That's good that he's doing that. But like I say, we are in a need situation here. But yeah, Radulovic is a very good signing. Or it looks like he's a good signing. Like I say, top scorer with 18 goals in his league, respectively. Um, and he's scored 36 times in 78 appearances for Helsinki. Now, I appreciate that the level in Finland isn't as good as up here, but he's still a goal scorer and you still have to give him a chance. So let's see how he does, really, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, give him a chance. But yeah, the signs are looking very promising indeed. Now we've got a question here from Page Gypsy. Okay. What do you think about Blackett, Taylor, Mendes, which names? I mean, yeah, these are a few of the names that we know which kind of falls in from what I want to say. Um, yeah, I mean, these signs would be good. Would be good. I think Blackett Taylor, especially, I would really love to see Blackett Taylor. I think he's been really good so far this season. And I think he would be a very good addition. I'm not sure about Mendes Lamb. But, I think, yeah, I don't think he may be the answer. I mean, he's okay, but he's not one that maybe I would like to see come in. But yeah, Blackett, because I think Blackett Taylor definitely over Mendes Lamb. And then obviously said Matt Rich. I mean, I'm not sure about Matt Ritchie to be honest with you, because I didn't even I didn't even know he still played. B, where is I don't know enough about what's where he is and what he's done and how old he is as well. I'm just going to do a quick Google. He's a right wing wing back that it plays Newcastle, but he's not really got a look in at Newcastle. Um, Now if he's a right winger, I mean, like I said, the more numbers, the better at the end. To be honest with you. I think potentially, I mean, how old he's 34, so he's a bit on the back end of his career. So I'm not sure about him, but definitely Blackett Taylor, number one. Should go out and get. I mean, Mendes like potentially. I'm not really sure about him, but yeah, I think version is going to be good, and let's hope he will lead us to safety. Yeah, Jared, yeah, like I said, we can only hope he's going to be good for us. But again, promising signs. An intent from Kevin Nagle by getting signed in early. So yeah, so yeah, that's transfers. Obviously, we kind of covered that. Players don't want to come in. Yeah, take back to Taylor, Mendes, Lang, possibly I'm unsure. 50-50. Matt Ritchie, probably no, probably not. But should not be some other player that we can get maybe a better option. But I haven't done my research. And maybe that would be something that I can do throughout listening and kind of see who I would bring in. But for now, I think that is the choice. So yeah. Um, so overall, Kevin has had a bumpy start to his time as well. But I think I think the signs now are is that yeah, we are starting to see that action. I was kind of saying about earlier in terms of we've seen a lot of words being spoken, but little action. So we are starting to see that now more, and hopefully more to come. But we have to do more throughout this month as well to um, help us back to the squad. It's just so thin at the moment, and like the quality, as I said, we all know this. But we're going to talk about the game today to finish with, and then we're going to wrap up here. as our intro stream for, yeah, yeah, really good stream. I really enjoyed it. So even though I've been around to that point, so I've kind of, yeah, it's still been good. It's been good to speak to everybody on here, actually, and engage again. Everybody's support, honestly, it means a lot to me. But yeah, let's get into the game today. Then. I mean, like I said, the FA Cup, it would have been nice to progress. The likelihood was that we weren't going to progress today, but I think the opening half an hour, by the way, today was absolutely brilliant. I think we really kept our shape well. We looked good. We did have a few moments where we did break forward as well on the counter. I think, um, but then after that, it was kind of City seemed to stick with a bit, and then we just conceded, we just lost it. So yeah, it's one of those. I think, like I say, look at the opening goal by the way as well. That actually came from a foul that we should have got for. We got but because it's Man City and they get all the decisions. Um, the referee ignored it. And by the way, that referee was atrocious today. He was giving it. We never get anything anyway, but against Man City, you get even less because they get everything. So yeah, appalling opening goal, and that goal should have stood because there was a foul, in my opinion, until Leeds in the build-up to the goal. But the referee ignored it as usual. But yeah, Horace says, I like the look of Matters today. It's not that they're leaving more points, so all the players will be focusing around. Hopefully some debuts as well. Yeah, I mean, yeah, spot on. It was kind of Matos was outstanding today. I mean, he really was. So he didn't last the full 90 minutes. He did come off. It was on the hour mark, wasn't it, today? He had an hour, which was good for him to get an hour. But like I say, he came in fit anyway, because obviously he'd been utilised at Chelsea and been training at Chelsea for a while. So that wasn't a problem. He came in straight away. Fitting quite nicely. Um, yeah, he came on just after the hour. He came off just after the hour mark, so to speak. Um, but yeah, the league is the most important. And I think with Matos as well, I think we'll see even better, even the best of him in the championship, as he'll really, you know, hold his own and be a really key, valuable player for us from now until the season and reliable. He's one of those I feel is going to be a really reliable player for us, and uh, he will. He will bring the quality that we so lacking in that midfield. And so, yeah, really good for him. I also want to obviously mention, as Josie mentioned earlier, about Brody Spencer, who obviously has been on loan at Motherwell this season. So, but we've recalled it in January. And he's one of our youngsters that have kind of gone out to get more senior football. And he's come back. And today I thought it was really good. I think he did do really well. Um, I, I do. I think he was good on the ball. I think he did do a really good job on that side. But who was he up against now? I forgot. But he did. He really did look good. Like I say, Matos though, um, really puts himself about. Like I said, energy, pace. He carries the ball really well. Feels it's physical. Like I say, he loves a tackle. We saw that today on a Kanji. Injury to Kanji. By the way, that was not a yellow card. That was a fair challenge. Obviously, I knew it came off, but that's because football is becoming a non-contact sport, and when you get touch players just seem to go off because they. I just think they're too soft players nowadays, to be honest with you. I really do. But yeah, that was a good tackle, so I can't believe he got booked today. But I love to see him go flying in challenges and getting stuck in. It's what we like to see, a bit of passion and commitment. But yeah, he won the possession back. He looks good on the ball, comfortable on the ball, like I said. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what he's going to do for me in the next, well, from now until the end of the season, boxing next week against Plymouth. I'm interested to see how he gets on there. Um, and I thought Radulovic, again, I do apologize for my pronunciation, but I'm not really good I'm not very good at pronunciation of players that may be quite tricky to say, but I will get there with that. It will come more fluent as the time goes on, I'm sure. But he looked a really good player, as I said earlier. I think he holds the ball quite well. Movement, good movement. Um, Saw him get a striker today, very good. Um, Effort. Didn't have much time to get that strike away, but he still managed to do so. But yeah, as I was saying, I was on about the first cup, and then obviously they will go 2-0 up, and then it was getting a little bit really, to be honest with you. So, well, I'm not particularly bothered about the FA Cup. The league's the most important, and I think that there were signs that we were good today. But yeah, it's one of those. We still need a few more players in. We're getting some players back as well. Obviously, Ollie Turpin should be soon back, I believe. Hoggy was missing today. I know people may say Hoggy may not get back in the team now with Matos, but I would certainly put him in there with. I would certainly put Hoggy in there with Matos personally, but that's just me. And yeah, like I said, the game's there. I don't really want to speak much about that game, but yeah, just like kind of say a few of my thoughts about it. But yeah, we've got a call here from Joe. The first 30 minutes were amazing, and then the classic showed, and we couldn't stop points there. A lot of positives from the game, the tank. Yeah, there were a lot of positives. Again, I go back to it. That I think that I'm not saying go out all the time because you can't do that against this quality, but I still think that we maybe could have given it a little bit more of a go, but I don't know. But yeah, kind of one of those. But yeah, I agree with that, to be fair. And Eddie says another player I thought did well was Saul, but yes, kept being offside, but I still think he did well. I mean, yes, Saul Thomas, he did do well, didn't he, today, actually, to be honest with you. I think he did get through a few times. He was offside in a few times. He had a brilliant chance, didn't he, as well? Like, he should have scored, really. But obviously, he was being utilised as a striker. And, like I said, he isn't really a striker, is he? So, he did a job for us. Obviously, he was moved out wide when Radulovic. I'm saying that so bad. I'm sorry, but the new number 9 that we signed. I'm gonna have to practice that. But yeah, the new number 9 came on. Obviously, Saab went out to the wing again. But yeah, he looked good, worked hard, and yeah, good, really good to be there. And yeah, well, yeah, I know, but there's no constant. I don't know. For the 10-1 is just embarrassing. Obviously, from when we got beat by them all those years ago now. But yeah, I'm just kind of bypassing today, to be honest with you. It's one of those, not really too fussed about it, like I said. But yeah, we've covered so much, and we've kind of had a good catch up this evening. Actually, I've really enjoyed it. Like I say, I want to thank everybody for coming in. I really appreciate everybody that's coming today. So look, it's been good to be back, as I said earlier. We've had a good chat, a good catch up, and I think we're all up to date with what's happened. To be honest, so let's see what happens this weekend. Obviously, I'll be back. Um, we're going to be back with the previews and reviews. So we're going to be back with the preview for the Plymouth game, um, either on Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure yet, but obviously keep an eye on my socials for that. And obviously I'll schedule it here as well. So if you turn the notification bell on, you will, I think you get a notification when I go 30 minutes before I go live. But yeah, follow me on my socials down below. Like I say, the handle is there, HTFTV8 on Instagram and Twitter. Or X, as I keep calling it Twitter. It is Twitter to me, but obviously that has been collect. But yeah, so yeah, follow me on those, and it'd be good to start doing the previews and reviews, and maybe some other content ideas coming. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. And Aiden has asked me a question before. This is the last question before I leave. Ryan, what's your thoughts on the Nichols? Do you think he needs dropping or should he stay and go? I mean, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because he has been poorly. Um, I thought today he did well. I'm not, to be fair, the goals that he could have done maybe better today in one of the goals. But I think for me, Nichols has to stay in, just based on what is, kind of the experience. Obviously, we have got Jacob Chapman, haven't we? That we saw as well when Nichols was injured. Um, but I still think Nichols it should be the player that stays in for now. Uh, but that's just my viewpoint. I think Jacob Chapman was a good goal. He's got a lot of potential for sure he has. But yeah, for me, Nichols stays in. But yeah. But yeah, that's it. So thank you all for coming in. Like I say, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you all have a good week. As I said, I will be back towards the back end of the week. Maybe even potentially a transfer show at some point. Or I might just do a video. Maybe I'll just do a video on a pre-recorded video about signs that I'd like to see come in. That's maybe an idea for me to go away and think about. And then we'll be back live on Thursday or Friday evening for the preview to our Plymouth game at home, which is a huge game. But yes, Joseph says great stream. Big up to you. Thank you very much, and thank you for dropping in. As to everybody that has dropped in today, Oris, thank you so much, as always, for showing so much support and promotion of the channel. Really mean a lot. Ben's dropped in, Blue Terrier Agent, as always, Blue Terrier. Mark is coming, George came, Mr. Lean came as well. Ronnie came in, Whitman came in, Ollie came in, Doug came in, Rich came in, and new presence to the channel. I've not seen Richard before, maybe. HTFCOK came in, and yeah, that's it really. Brilliant stream as always, mate. Good to see you back on YouTube. Yeah, big up to yourself. Thank you so much, and I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. So yeah, thank you to everyone that's contributed to the channel today. Like I say, if you haven't already, please smash the like. Subscribe if you're new. Share the channel if you wish as well. That'd be greatly appreciated. Let's try and get to 400 subscribers. That'd be fantastic. And onwards and upwards. But I'm gonna have to see how I actually end this live because I'm not entirely sure, guys, how to end the live. I'm not. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how to end the live. I thought I saw an end. Oh, there we are. It's there. It's there. Right. I must get back to StreamYard as soon as possible because this is completely thrown me going on because I don't really like restream voice. I need to get back to my roots on StreamYard. But yeah, big up to you all for tuning in. It's been good to catch up with you all and good to kind of share my thoughts and things that have happened as well and get your thoughts as well. Give to even your thoughts. And like I said, have a good week. And I'll see you next time. But as always, up the time. And I'll speak to you very, very soon. Take care, everybody.